Ronald Reagan, Jimi Hendrix, Bill Gates, Napoleon Bonaparte, Leonardo da Vinci, and Ned Flanders. What do all these accomplished people have in common? They are all members of the so called left handed minority. I know one of them, Ned Flanders, is a cartoon character. Nonetheless, all of these people are widely recognizable world figures, both past and present. Jimi Hendrix, widely considered one of the greatest guitarists of all time, used to play a right handed guitar upside down. He would simply reverse the strings. Left handed people have a history of abuse, and that abuse has lessened, but only to a certain extent. Once left handedness was associated with the devil, now it is associated with backwardness. Even the word sinister is directly translated to of the left side, and in Anglo Saxon, it means weak. Some have even proposed the idea that being left handed is a handicap. The Baylor University Medical Journal answered the question stating that is being left handed a handicap? The short and useless answer is yes and no. Handednessism is a major issue, widely unrecognized by the public. Many left-handers argue that they are persecuted, even discriminated against. Local left-hander Jake Good, a senior at Avon Grove High School, has tirelessly worked to promote left-handed identity and individualism.
Jay Good, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Mr. Garanzer.
All right, I have a couple questions to ask you today.
Shoot.
All right. How do you feel about being left-handed?
You know, I think being left-handed is a gift. Yet, it's also a curse. You know, Handnessism, it's a real problem in this nation. A lot of people don't understand it, and I love being left-handed. However, it comes with its trials. First and foremost, obviously everything's made for right-handed people. A good example would be the desks in school. The ones with the rest on the it's always on the right side. It's never on the left side. I'm a big proponent of the Handnessism, or pardon me, the Handness neutral desks. And so either there's two things happen: either you eliminate those types of desks in general, or you make some sort of like a two-way thing where you could either A, lift the thing up, or B, switch it over to the other side. One of those two things I'm open to.
Very good to hear. Have you ever been discriminated against yourself?
Many times. Being left-handed, like I said before, it's a curse. And you know, in baseball, especially, baseball is amazing, yet it's very heartbreaking at certain times. Everyone always says we're hitting off the tee or something like that, lefties to the back. And I don't like hitting in the back. I like to go first. So I get less time to hit because I'm left-handed. And it doesn't help me as a baseball player because I get less reps than the right-handed people. And I need more reps because I'm not, as you know, I'm not the greatest hitter out there. Certainly not the greatest hitter out there. I get lucky sometimes. However, I need those reps. And just because it's an inconvenience to move the bucket over, I think that's absurd. One time, I was hitting the guy who was running the hitting station said, all lefties, and we got any lefties here? I raised my hand proudly with my left hand. I raised my left hand. And he's like, all right, lefties go first. And I was like, dude, you're awesome. But at the same time, that doesn't help our progress because it's another left-hander helping out another left-hander. When will a right-hander get up and say, all lefties, come to the front of the line? Never. Until we pass legislation and other such things to further our progress.
It's a very great statement. What are some of the struggles that you face on a daily basis besides the hitting?
Obviously, with the desk, sometimes I want to rest my arm too when I'm writing. Because I write like this, I don't write like this. And I like to rest my arm when I write because, my arm gets fatigued just like everybody else. My arm gets fatigued. And among other things, with cell phones, may I see your cell phone?
Yes, sir.
If you look, the lock button, well, I guess it's probably less on this, it's on this side. So you have to use your right hand to do it. And on my cell phone, I don't have it on me right now, but the lock button and the volume button are both on the right side. So it's hard, it's more difficult to access it. Because it's easy to use your thumb than your pointer finger in a situation like that. Because I want to hold I don't, because I hold my cell phone in my right hand so I can do things with my left hand. But when I'm not multitasking with my cell phone, I like to have it in my left hand. And it's more difficult for me to lock my phone. And one time I don't remember what I was doing. I was maybe cooking pancakes, or I think I was mixing pancake mix, and my dad walks down and he's like, "Man, is everything you do awkward?" And you know what? I looked at him and I said, "Unfortunately it is, because no one's doing anything to stop it." That's a true story, by the way.
Now, what can be done to fix these problems?
Many things can be done. Like I said before, the handless neutral desk. That's one big thing. And there's stores out there that sell left-handed products. I think that's a great idea. My buddy sent me a picture. I don't remember the store, but it was a store in San Francisco for left-handed people, and I thought that was a great thing. I think we should see more of that. But you know what? I think we should give incentives for businesses, like tax breaks, stuff like that. And you get, just like giving the charity, if they offer left-handed like tools and stuff like that. Obviously there'd be some exceptions with, for example, baseball gloves. Left-handed gloves are obviously, I mean, if you own a company that supplies sporting goods for baseball, you obviously you have to make left-handed gloves and things of that nature. But other companies would certainly be able to get these tax incentives. Primarily taxes. Obviously, everybody loves money, especially with these corporate tax rates that are through the roof. They're absurd. And you know what? I think it all starts with Congress. Congress needs to pass this legislation. I'm certainly pushing for it. I have my left-handed page. You guys should follow. It's called Lefty Lives Matter. It's on Instagram. I always tweet using the hashtag Lefty Lives Matter, things of that nature. So always tweet when you use that and follow my page.
One more question. What is your overall goal with this?
My overall goal is for people of the United States to recognize that there's an issue and try and solve that issue. Obviously, the issue of Handnessism isn't a very well-known issue. Many of you probably never even heard that word before. It's actually a word I coined, Handnessism, and it's becoming a real epidemic. It's a pandemic. It's worldwide. It's a worldwide issue. It's not just something we face in the United States. Obviously, my goal begins with addressing the United States and the issue with the United States. However, my overall goal is for legislation of the nature that I am a proponent of to spread throughout the world. Moreover, people of the world also need to recognize that there's an issue and that left-handed people are not the devil. They're not evil and they're not wrong. It's perfectly natural to be left-handed. I was born left-handed. I do just about everything left-handed, and I'm lefty through and through, and I'm pretty proud of it. And left-handed people shouldn't be frowned upon, and they shouldn't be made to feel bad. They shouldn't be persecuted. They need to be respected. I mean, we are a minority group, and we deserve rights. I would even go as far to say as an amendment or another Civil Rights Act. Maybe the Civil Rights Act of 2017. My goal is obviously not 2017, but it would just be great. It would bring tears to my eye, tears of joy.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Have you ever seen Jake having a tough time doing daily tasks?
Yes, with handwriting. He always struggled with handwriting when he was little, and he had a teacher who took very extra care and really had to work with him for his handwriting.
Wow.
Yeah, he was really sloppy, and then now he's pretty neat because she really took the time.
That's crazy. Are there other left-handed people that you know?
Yes, my father was left-handed. Actually, he was ambidextrous. When he was younger, they didn't allow left-handed people to use their left hand. They made them use their right hand. So he actually can use both left and right. My sister Jackie, she's left-handed, and she is, let's just say, very klutzy, clumsy. Her handwriting is atrocious. She actually tips her hand when she writes. She kind of almost curls around it. She always had ink all up her arm, and she's just really sloppy in general.
It's kind of gross. Do you believe the left-handed community has been discriminated against?
I believe in some things, yes. I know that they have left-handed scissors now, so there are some things that they changed so that the left-handed people, have the opportunity to use the product correctly. But there are some things I do believe that are just for right-handed people, and I think left-handed people struggle.
Have you noticed Jake going into a depression with his left-handed abilities?
No, I mean, he was pretty frustrated having to practice his writing, but I wouldn't say depressed, no.
All right.
No.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks.
So, with you being left-handed, how is your baseball career taking a toll on that?
Well, the amazing thing about baseball is that left-handers, they're a dime a dozen. And being left-handed, it's desired in baseball. You want left-handed pitchers because it's not normal. And left-handed pitchers tend to deceive right-handed hitters.
On June 8th, Jake announced that he was able to achieve his dream of furthering his baseball career. He will be attending Widener University to study marketing and law and pitch for their baseball team.
Good evening, Mr. Matt Federito.
Good evening.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. All right. First off, if someone were to tell you that they were left-handed, what would you think of them?
To be honest, I kind of lose a little bit of respect for them. I kind of look at them differently. I wouldn't look at them the same as if they were right-handed, but, a little bit awkward.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about left-handed people then?
Again, they're a little bit awkward. I don't know. They're just like the type of people to ruin all the fun and ruin all the good plans and stuff.
Yeah. If it was you were at a party, would you want to be around them at all?
No.
Interesting. Are left-handed discriminated against?
I don't think so. I think they kind of get what they deserve.
Mm-hmm. And what do left-handed people deserve?
They're the type of people that deserve to have the Lucky Charms without the marshmallows.
Alrighty, and in your opinion, what is Handnessism?
It's a joke.
Mr. Sam Good, how are you doing this
Good,
evening?
good. How are you?
Pretty good. Have you noticed your brother having trouble with being left-handed?
Of course. He's a very awkward person.
Why do you mean by awkward?
Well, I remember when we were getting driving lessons with Mr. Newell, he couldn't do the hand-over-hand turning. He would just get mixed up in his hands. It was really bad. He figured it out. He finally figured it out, but it was a lot longer than it should have been.
Besides that, are there any other things that he has trouble with?
Well, one thing is he has trouble tying his shoes in a non a more the way everyone does it when you do the loop, and he has to do the two loops and tie it. He's a lot of trouble with the other way, where other people they might prefer to do the two loops, but they know how to do the other way, whereas he can't do the other way. He's a lot of trouble with that.
Do you believe these things can be easily fixed?
No,
No?
probably not.
Alright, do you think society is ready to have changes to make Handnessism go away?
Handnessism? No, I don't think society needs to, because I don't think there's a problem in that area.
Alright, thank you for your time.
Thank you. Handnessism is a serious issue that needs to be addressed. Many do not understand the complexity of the issue. Many say that left-handed people are a small minority. Yes, that is true. However, the United States of America was founded upon the principle to rule by the majority while protecting the rights of the minorities. Left-handers are a distinct minority group that deserves respect and equal protection under the law. there is a need for a new Civil Rights Act. An act that creates equality for left-handers around the nation can finally be true to themselves. This Civil Rights Act will create tax benefits for companies that begin to manufacture products that are handness neutral and or products that are made for left-handed people. Only you can prevent these atrocities from happening. You can make a difference. Help us stop handednessing. Use the hashtag #LeftyLivesMatter.
You pray for quiet. Inside your head the screams won't silence.